Now let me add an action for returning a dynamic view. Now we have this greet view action over here which takes a name parameter, and we are returning a view without a name, so the name of the view is greet view. Now like before, we are creating the greeting service and we are calling the getGreeting method over here, passing in the name. Now for passing data from the controller to the view, we use this view data dictionary. We can dynamically add key value pairs to this dictionary, so over here the key is message and the value is the return of this method call. Now data dictionary is just one of the techniques for passing data from the controller to the view. There are better techniques to pass data. We'll review all these techniques in a later chapter. So let's create this view which has the same name as the action name. So over here in greetings folder, let's add a new item. Let's select MVC page over here. Name of the view is greet view. I'll change the content over here. So for displaying the data, we are using this razor syntax over here. Now this razor syntax, which is preceded by this @ symbol over here, is used for adding bits and pieces of C# code to our HTML page. We'll have a detailed discussion on razor view engine in a later chapter, but right now let's view this page. So Ctrl F5. Let's call the greet view action. The string over here was retrieved from the greeting service. It was then bundled in view data and finally it's displayed over here. Now passing data using view data dictionary is good for simple applications. The problem with view data is it's not strongly typed. The user can mistype the key over here or within the view. There is no IntelliSense support if you mistype the key. So when we have a lot of data items to be sent from the controller to the view, then instead of using a view data, we can use a model object. So what I've done is I went ahead and added a new class user greeting model within the models folder. Let's see this class. So it's a simple class with two properties for name and message. Now in the iGreetingService interface, I added a new method which returns this model. Let's see the implementation. In greetingService, we use this method which returns the model object. Now within the controller, let me add a new action. So over here. Now in this new action method, just like before, we create an instance of the greeting service. We call this new method which returns user greeting model. And finally, we pass the model to the view. Note that we are not using view data dictionary this time. When we have a lot of data items to be sent from the controller to the view, instead of using view data which sends information in bits and pieces, we can create a model object and send it to the view. So since we are not specifying the view name is greet view with model. So let's create this view. In views within greetings, let's create a new item, MVC page, and let's name the item as greet view with model. Let me paste some content over here. So at the start of the view, we have this model directive which specifies the type of the model. Remember, we are passing this model over here. Now we can access the properties of this model using @model syntax. This is the razor syntax. Also notice the capital M over here and small m over here. So we are displaying the name and message from the model. And this time we are passing strongly typed data and we can get IntelliSense over here. So if I remove this, we get IntelliSense for this. So passing using a model is a better and a recommended option. So let's run this example. Let's call the action. Now this time the data over here has been passed using a model object.